have served here as the assistant principal for 4 years, and I am now in my 4th year as principal here at Key. I would also like to introduce my assistant principal, Tracy Turner. We are so excited to have you all here to celebrate the legacy of Mr. and Mrs. Harold Key. As you know, Key Elementary is rich in tradition, academics, and Colt pride. The amazing journey that I'm traveling here at Key is what I call of a great blessing. I could not have asked for a better community, a better faculty and staff, or better students, because they absolutely rock, right? Yes, absolutely. I will forever be thankful for this opportunity. I can't begin to tell you how extremely excited I am for the fact that there have been 5 principals here at Key, and I'm the 5th. And we have Mr. Mayhugh sitting here, who is our first principal of Key Elementary. And we have Susan Fry, who was our second principal here. And we have Gayla Shannon Fletcher, who was our third principal here. Our 4th principal here was Debbie Chumchaw, okay? At this time, Dr. Cavazos will come up and say a few words.
Let's give Ms. Jackson a round of applause. We haven't given her a round of applause. So thank you so much for joining us and for your invitation here to Key Elementary. You know, celebrating a school's anniversary is something that we do in our district. And our schools, we're fortunate that we don't just place a number on our schools. We actually name them after people, individuals who've contributed so much in our community. And we do that partly because of the fact that a school is made up of not just the facility. Facility is beautiful, it's well taken care of, but it's the people inside the facility that make the absolute difference in the experience that the young people have in school. And so we know that at Key Elementary, it's existed for 40 years. And for 40 years, a lot of the traditions have continued at Key. The one thing that continues to weave through those years is the fact that this school and the people that are involved with this school truly love kids. And they love the community, and that love is expressed every day in the classrooms and has been expressed every day for 40 years at Key Elementary. And we also know that the unique part of Key, because you know we have over 50 elementary schools, and every one of those schools has their unique characteristics. But at Key, you can count on the fact that there is plenty of love every single day, displayed for young people and the kids displaying for the adults. The other thing that's important about Key is the community. Community is very involved. The parents have always been very involved at Key Elementary. And the third thing, they're all important, but the third thing is the fact that Key continues to achieve at high levels for the 40 years that it's existed. And part of that is because of the love and the community and the involvement that Key Elementary experiences. But when we look at scores, which we don't want to talk about scores or tests today. That's not nobody, especially the teachers, don't want to talk about that right now. So I completely get that. But when you look at the performance of schools, around the district, schools look to Key to see how Key is performing as a benchmark, because that's what they're trying to achieve. And Key has their competition. They won't be mentioned here tonight, but you have their competition. But schools look to Key. They seek out what's happening at Key Elementary. And the ingredients are the love, the fact that the community is really involved, but also the fact that we have dedicated teachers. For the past 40 years, there have been teachers and staff members that have worked here that have done an outstanding job and continue to do that at Key. And so it's kind of this place. It's our only school in DWG, right? So it has all kinds of uniqueness, and we're very proud of Key Elementary. So if you would give a round of applause to all the teachers and staff that works here at Key, because they drive the achievement. They drive the love. And so we're very proud of Key. I'm very proud as your superintendent of this elementary school in 40 years. And the fact that the building is one thing, but what's most important is what happens inside this building every day. And Key has kept that expectation and that delivery of excellence throughout its 40 years. And we have no doubt, because you're going to hold every one of us to it, we have no doubt that Key will continue to have success after success after success. So on behalf of our school district and your superintendent, I'm proud of Key Elementary, and I congratulate you on 40 years, and we wish you the best on the next 40 years, right? So congratulations. And I forgot something, and I shouldn't. I have a special connection to Key, and I'm looking at them, so I shouldn't forget that. So my kids come to Key Elementary, if you don't know that. And so, except my daughter already is going to Gunn. I have trouble clarifying all these things, keeping all these things in my mind, right? But my daughter went to Key here, and my son goes to Key, and my wife is involved, Nora is involved a lot here at Key. And so I have a different perspective, and I can tell you with all sincerity that the things I said about the love that's expressed every day and the commitment that the teachers have and the community involvement, I see them every day because we're part of this community and we're part of this school. And so I have a unique blessing, as was talked about earlier about our blessings, a unique blessing to be part of Key Elementary. So thank you for your invitation and congratulations.
Yep. Hello, everyone. My name is Jason Toone. I'm the Student Council President here at Key, and I'm in 6th grade. I'd like to read some history about Harold W. and Lucy Key. Key Elementary is named in honor of Harold W. and Lucy Key. Together, they have taught a total of 40 years in the Arlington Public Schools. Mr. Key received his Bachelor's of Science in Math and his Master's in Education at TCU. He taught in Graham, Mineral Wells, and Pilot Point before coming to Arlington. From 1953 to 1954, Mr. Key taught math at Arlington High and was vice principal at the new Arlington High School from 1955 to 1963. He became principal of Sam Houston High School in 1963 and continued as such until his retirement in August of 1972. Mrs. Key received her Bachelor's of Science degree at Oklahoma College for Women and her Master's in Education at North Texas State in Denton. She taught in Verdon, Oklahoma and Pilot Point before coming to Arlington. Mrs. Key taught 4th grade at Westside Elementary from 1953 to 1954 and the next 20 years at C.B. Berry Elementary, retiring in 1974. The Keys have 2 sons, Harold W. Key Jr. and Charlie Key. The Keys have 2 grandchildren. Harold and Lucy enjoyed all sports and played golf. Mr. Key was active in the local Housing Authority Board. They had been active in both civic organizations and church affiliations. We are proud to have our school named Key Elementary. At this time, I would like to introduce to you the very first principal of Key Elementary. He served as the principal here at Key for 18 years, and he has a few fond memories of his time here that he would like to share with us. Please help me welcome Mr. Mayhugh.
My charge was how we went about opening the school, so bear with me. The opening of Key in 1975 was one of the most joyous opportunities. It was like a dream come true. I enjoyed it so much. I loved it. And to have such a beautiful school and an atrium with 2 classrooms leading out into that atrium gave us a lot of opportunities to do science and art. Also, the steps in the library, the steps going down to the library and the steps going down from the The science room allowed a lot of storytelling to be done on those steps. I knew Mrs. Key from my working with C.B. Berry Elementary School. Mr. Key when he was at Arlington High School and at Sam Houston High School. They were great people. And I had worked with Ms. Key through a consultant that as her building, in her building. I think I need to put my glasses on. Thank you. Now I can get this a little bit better. The first day of school was on August the 25th. I arrived in the building the first month, and looking around the north side of the school, I noticed a horse go by. And I thought, those people, are they going to keep their animals locked up? I didn't know. And as I was walking around further, coming over and checking on things, and coming up the front door of the building, I noticed that the horse had allowed us to look at his feces. And we didn't have a custodian then on that particular day, so guess who cleaned it up? And I went into the book room, and there was a panel above the door. And that panel, I was checking on things in there, and somewhere or another bumped the door, and it fell down and hit the back side of my back and slid off. But in spite of all of that, we were moving along pretty good. Most of our furniture was in. And before the middle of the month, the teachers had arrived. We still had to go through pre-registration and finalize class rolls. We met as a faculty for the first time, assigned areas. And during that time, Ms. Donaldson, the kindergarten teacher's mother, Ms. Irene Peterson, brought food for us to snack on during lunchtime, because we were very busy. It was not very long until school opened. And then turn around and just a few days later had open house. So because she helped and worked with us, we decided to make her an honorary faculty member. And after pre-registration, we finalized our classes, and the teachers picked up their class rolls, and they posted them on the front of, we posted them on the front of the school. I worked with our teachers to finalize the lunch, PE, and music schedules, and Mrs. Ford and I got those done before the opening on the 25th of August. Ms. Diane Osteen was our first PTA president. Our PTA helped us with the opening of school by showing students the classes, and on September the 8th, we had our first open house. The Dalworthy Police Department also helped with traffic, and on the first day of school. We opened with a full staff on August the 25th, 1975, with 418 students. When I left in 1993, we had 815 students. In closing, I would like to say two things. This year, Key had one of its beginning teachers, Ms. Sammy Clark, who graduated from the University of Arkansas with a BSc degree. She passed away. She was loved by the children she taught and also her peers. Ms. Clark was an outstanding teacher. In 1993, the year I retired, the first year for the state awards to come out, Key was one of 684 schools who received a Texas State Recognition Award. The award was accomplished by all of us working together and proving that we cared. Parents, children, teachers, administrators, and the community made it happen. Like our superintendent said, it's not just about the building. Also, our PTA had won, during those 18 years, our PTA had won a national award and numerous state awards. Going forward, Key has continued to be successful, and under Tiffany's guidance, I know it will continue to be. Thank you very much.
Hey, look us over, the Key Colts are here. We are the best and the evidence is clear. We work hard on tests to be the very best.
job. Key Colt Pride has enjoyed 40 years of class, and we look forward to enjoying 40 more years. Please join us in the library for a dessert reception.
Every look is over, the Key Colts are here. We are the best and the evidence is clear. We work hard on tests to be the very best, and that's the reason we're number one and way above the rest. And we will fight for our honor, loyal and true. Wearing the pride, our colors red and blue. We are working together to be the best in everything we do. Oh, Key Colts, we love you. Go Colts!
Fantastic job.